So here we are with my 2006 Jeep Wrangler TJ, and the goal is to move the rear seat back 6 inches. We did the measurements, and we have about 6.5 inches before it touches the back window with the hardtop on. So we're going to give a 1/2 inch clearance. So the steps included, first off, you don't want to strip the Torx out. Because if you do, it's a real pain. You end up welding a nut on top of the torque to try to get it out that way. So we took every precaution to not strip out the torque. So first we used the Aerocoil. You could use WD-40 or whatever, and we sprayed it under each of the brackets, not on the bolt itself, because each bracket is raised so the lubricant won't get down in the hole. So we sprayed it under each of the brackets down in here. And then we used the little vacuum, to make sure we got all the debris out of each of the Torx. We also bought a brand new T50 torque, a Craftsman, a good quality one, to make sure you don't strip out the Torx. 8 of the bolts are the same, 8 of the Torx are the same. The one for the seat belt's actually slightly larger. So yes, we used the impact after soaking for 2 days. 7 out of the 9 came out pretty easy, but 2 of them we had to do the tighten them, loosen them, tighten them, loosen them to get them out. But we were lucky and got all 9 bolts out. We also took out the bolts here in the back for the cargo tie downs, and we'll show you later how we're going to use those to create a new spot to locate the seatbelt, the female part of the seatbelt. All right, so I forgot to mention in the beginning part of the video that if you have an older TJ, I had a 97 before this, and the rear seat's completely different. So this is for a newer TJ. So here are the 2 brackets to relocate the seat. This one is facing up, so the larger holes in the top are so the socket can go in and tighten the torque back down. This one's upside down, and the same thing. We have the larger holes so we can tighten the OEM brackets to the customized steel. This is 1.25 inch square steel, and this triangle or A-frame is the bracket that's going to relocate the female part of the seat belt. And then we're going to use a second side to the project. We're going to add a 3rd seat belt because we have small grandchildren, and we want to be able to strap 3 little kids in the back seat. So I bought some used seat belts off eBay and cut them out of the original bracket, and we show you how we're going to use these two seat belts to make a 3rd seat belt in the rear seat of the TJ. All right, we kind of took an extra step and decided to paint the places where the original brackets had worn off the factory paint. And when we did that, we noticed a little divot on each side where the mounting bracket was meant to match up to. So in order for our new bracket to lay flat, we used a hammer and punch and pounded those down. So here's a shot of the inside final product with the 3rd seat belt. I understand it just has a knot in it. It's not perfect, but if you want to carry 3 little kids, which was our purpose, to drive around the yard to say they'll have a seatbelt on, it works. Don't really plan to use it on the highway. But anyway, here's the final product. We moved the seat back 6 inches and up about 1.25 inches. Here's all the final painted products. The A-frame thing we built using the existing cargo holds. I put little weep holes under here in the tube steel in case moisture did get in there and have a way out. Other points of interest, these 1.25 inch square irons are actually 24 inches long. Which gives you the duck distance back here with about an extra 3/4 inch. And then I added a little lip right here so the seatbelt thing can't really turn on its single bolt. We used just a chain connector here to fasten the 3rd seatbelt into one of the other seatbelts. Again, not ideal, but it's just for little kids driving around the yard. We also, on all the bolts, all the Torx, when we put them back in, we put a little bit of grease on them. So if we ever need to reverse this back to original equipment, we can. All this can be removed and we can go back to the way the Jeep originally was. So the final thing I want to show you is we can fold the seat back, lock it in, shut the tailgate. Oops, hold on. Shut the glass, and we've got about a ½ inch to spare between the glass and the seat. So it worked out just right. Well, thanks for watching, and please give me any feedback. Thank you.